hot minute since I last filmed a video, but I wanted to make a little Korean with M episode today just because I'm going to be studying Korean, and I'm going to be studying Korean using only free resources. The reason why I'm doing this is because a few people have asked me on Instagram to give them free resources. To be completely honest with you guys, when I receive these types of messages, I don't really want to answer them just because, first of all, I'm not a freaking vending machine that can give you free stuff all the time, and second of all, you asked me this on Instagram where there's plenty of free resources. Like, there's so many content creators that are going to make posts about grammar or vocabulary, life hacks, fashion advices. You know, making content takes a lot of time, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Instagram, just wherever, and I feel like some people might kind of take it for granted and underestimate the amount of time and effort that someone brings into their work. But you know what? Joke's on me, because here I am making this video about learning Korean using free resources. And I'm doing it because I know it can be super helpful to a lot of people as well, and it can show you a river of options to study if you ever feel bored using whatever method you're using. The first thing I want to mention is that the ways to find and use resources can be different depending on your level. If you've never learned Korean before, or you do not know the basics, I would highly recommend starting with learning Hangul. This can easily be done in a day by either watching YouTube videos or by finding the lesson online on websites such as How to Study Korean. I'd say the second step would be to enrich your vocabulary lexicon by finding interesting vocabulary to study from. You can either find hardcore vocabulary sheets, or you can build your own vocabulary sheets from YouTube videos you've watched or from things that you've heard before. But also, once again, you also have Instagram with a lot of content creators that make posts with either Korean vocabulary or Korean grammar. For more intermediate and advanced learners, my personal recommendations would be to study from YouTube videos, dramas, news articles, or podcasts. At least that's how I like to study myself. Anyways, I'll jump to how I am studying using free resources, and I hope you'll enjoy the video. One of my goals for next year is to pass the topic, which, if you don't know what it is, it's a Korean proficiency test. I've been studying Korean for the longest time, but I haven't really set myself any goals in the past, and that made my progression process a lot more slow. But I'm determined to get a lot better by the end of next year. Apart from training myself for the actual test, I find that the topic mock exams are a really good study material that can easily be found online for free. You get to review vocabulary as well as grammar structures at the same time. I use Naver Dictionary as my dictionary to look up words I do not know, which in that case was a lot. What I also like doing, and I've mentioned it in one of my other videos, is studying from a song. The perks are that you can discover a lot of words that you wouldn't necessarily study from a textbook. But I'd say the issue is that you can often find yourself with really complicated structures that can be hard to break down. But all in all, I still enjoy doing it because I like understanding the lyrics of the songs that I listen to. When I study vocabulary, I like to add stars to each word to mark how important I think they would be for my own knowledge. That way, I can prioritize the new words I'm going to learn and focus on them. I think the way to memorize them is no secret to anyone. You just have to keep practicing them, and personally, I like writing them over and over again and test myself at the end. Remember when you were a child and you kept watching cartoons and repeating whatever words would come out of your favorite character? Well, I'm still a child now and I still enjoy doing it. I came across this cartoon on YouTube recently that's called Hey Jadu. There are a few episodes with both English and Korean subtitles, which I find really useful. And to be honest, I have whole pages dedicated to Jadu in my notebooks, and she has become one of my favorite characters now. It's fun to watch, but still very childish, so that might depend on your personal preferences. Otherwise, you could also do the same with movies or dramas, but I think that shows that are targeted towards children are a little bit easier to understand and a little bit easier to study from. So You do you. Alrighty folks, I'm going to end the video here and hopefully it was useful to you. I'm going to be honest, I haven't studied any Korean today when I was supposed to, but it's okay, no regrets, and I'll see you soon. Bye.